What's up, everybody? All right, we're going to be doing just some grip work today. We're in the midst of moving all of our kettlebell equipment, so we've only got a few things that we're going to be using today, but we're going to give you, I'm going to give you some tips on how you can improve your grip, and this is one of the most important features that we have with kettlebell training is our mitts and making sure that they are functioning correctly, right? So whenever we're thinking about grip work, we want to get things stimulated and active. We also want to make sure that we don't have any like rings or anything that can impede the use of our fingertips. So we can get things pretty active with some joint mobility. Nothing too crazy. You don't want to go too stretchy on any of these movements, but you do want to get them active, okay? Joints, okay? Remember the grip is, the forearm, it is the body, it is the core, all right? So we get the forearms to stretch, okay? Tops and bottoms, okay? If you want to do some of this right there, that'll work too, okay? So we are going to do a few cool things that I like to do to help a lot of my students that do rock climbing, do jiu-jitsu, professional rowers, athletes, regular moms and dads that just need to have a stronger grip. Maybe do grab that kid, might be acting up, or maybe pick up all the groceries with one hand and open the door with the other. Okay? All right. So we're going to go down to the deck right here, and we're going to just kind of go through a few of the movements that I like to do, okay? One of the movements that I like to do for wrist strength is, well, one that you can see. So let me re-angle that camera, okay? Let's see what we got going on here. Well, Instagram, you guys got it good. YouTube, darn it, man. A little bit of challenge on that one, okay? All right, so one of the ones I like to do, I'm not sure what the name of it is. I just call it wrist rockers. And essentially all it is you're going to have your kettlebell start off just like this. And then just put it on its side, just like that, okay? That's going to be your initial setup. Then for the movement to happen, you're going to place your forearm on the floor. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn that kettlebell over, okay? And then we're going to turn it back the way it came, all right? Now, let's just say you're limited on your kettlebell equipment. You may need to use some assistance from your free hand, or your dominant side may be substantially stronger than your non-dominant. And that's okay, all right? So when you get into those situations and you get done with your sets, you can do a few more reps to try to balance out that strength, okay? Now, as far as reps and sets are concerned, reach out for those details specifically after our live today, and I'll be happy to help you with that, okay? So when we get started, you're going to put your hand in the window right here, and you're going to grab that horn, okay? And then you're going to lean into it, and you're going to turn that kettlebell up. This is going to be the first stage right here, just getting it to that bottoms up position, okay? And you're going to do a few on one side, and then whoop, let it turn over. And then your other side, you might be a little bit weaker, so that's okay. Put a little bit of leverage into it, and that leverage is here, okay? So, okay? Now, coming back, very challenging. You have no leverage right there. So for that one, you may need to use a little bit of assistance, okay? So right here, give it a little bit of assistance, finish, maintain it, and then give it a negative coming down, okay? So right here, give it a little bit of assistance, finish, okay? Give it a negative coming down, okay? So there's gonna be a little bit of assistance, okay, as you're bringing that kettlebell up, and then you're gonna give it all the negative restraint that you can coming back down. Okay, so then we're going to even things up on our opposite side, okay? And we're going to come up, going to hold the balance, and give it a little bit of a resistance coming up. Give it a little bit of a kick coming up, okay? And then a little bit of resistance coming down, Okay. Great movement if you're an arm wrestler. Okay. I haven't worked with very many arm wrestlers yet, but this is a great one. If you got a buddy or something that you're getting into arm wrestling, this is an awesome movement for that as well. Just builds up control at the wrist joint, and it teaches you about leverage, right? So leverage, if we're trying to supinate or pronate, okay, you want to get that shoulder close. That's going to give you better leverage, okay? And then you can sink into it and lean back, but you're still trying to maintain that leverage as you perform the exercise, okay? So that's going to be one of the ways that you can really build up your wrist strength and your hand strength, okay? Next, we're going to go into you can blend that into to where you're doing it, you know, all the way over, and then your next repetition is back, and then all the way over, or you can do it to where, you know, you go here, and then you do an alternating version, right? So here, so you're going from here to here, right? That'd be one way where you can kind of minimize the amount of tension that you've got on one hand for multiple reps, which is going to help you build up strength better because you don't have so much tension on it, right? And once your grip goes, right? This is also going to be pretty helpful if you're trying to get pull-ups, right? Because your hands are going to be what's going to be pulling your chin over the bar, okay? All right, so now that we got a good understanding of that one, another one that I like to do is just a wrist extension, okay? So for this one right here, you can lay down on the floor, okay, like so, okay? And then you're going to keep the elbows in line, okay? And then you're going to wrist extend the kettlebell up, like so, okay? So it's going to come down, and you're going to wrist extend it up. You don't want to go all the way back. You might break something. Okay, so we're right here, okay? Pull it up and then come down. If you're on a surface like a tile, it's going to slide. So you got to make sure that you've got some sort of a leverage point to where you can kind of, it'll bite into like a carpet or some kind of a tile or something like that. I should have dusted this off a little bit. My dog's been over here. Okay, so we've got that, wrist extensions. Okay, now sets and reps. Again, if you need any help with that, reach out after the live and I'll be happy to chat with you. Okay, now we can go into some other grip movements where we're actually working other muscles, right? So let's say we want to work on our push-ups. And we want to get better at the stability of those push-ups. What you can start to do is, well, one, we need to be efficient at being on the handle, right? So our first goal would be to make sure we can do a push-ups off the handles. Then, once we're good with that, then we can navigate way to a little bit more of a challenging position. So this is going to be your dagger position, okay? And then this is going to be a hammer position, okay? I learned this from a gentleman a long time ago. He's from Japan. Can't remember his name. A little bit of a challenging one to pronounce, but I got these from him. So it was pretty cool. If I can figure that out, I'll post something about it on the story, okay? So dagger push-ups. Start with those. These are the lesser of the challenge. The hammers are pretty hard, okay? So starting out wise, okay? And if I fall, whatever, I fall, I don't care, okay? We're right here. We're going to stack everything. We're going to extend one foot. Make sure that we flex that butt cheek, okay? And then we flex that butt cheek, okay? Now, when you come down, you're going to come down forward of the bells, okay? Because we want those elbows to come back. We don't want them to come out. If they come back, then they're going to be perpendicular to the floor. If they come out, then they're going to have a slight angle, and we're going to put a lot of unnecessary instability on our shoulder, and we're trying to work our grip, our stability at our wrist, and our chest. So we got to make sure that we're descending or going down into the push-up properly. Okay? So again, we start here. We place our hands on the horns like so. Okay, you can have a slight angle if you like, or you can have them going straight back. Okay, extend the leg, engage the glute, breath in. If you want to create more instability, you can hold the top part, or you can hold the bottom part. Okay? Notice what I did right there. I just released with my knee on the ground. Because if you're going to be holding the bottom part or the flexed position of the dagger push-up, you're going to be under a lot of time under tension, and you're not going to have a lot of gas left in the tank to press out. So just bail out, drop to a knee, and go. Okay? So now that we have that, okay, then we're going to go into some hammer push-ups. Now, these are quite challenging. They're even more challenging if you go with a very small kettlebell. All right. So if you're learning these and you want to learn them safely, use your bigger bells because you're going to have a bigger center of mass for stability. As you get proficient at the movement, you can decrease the bell size and then create some more instability factor going on, and that'll challenge you. Okay. Now, with these movements, even though they're calisthenics, I find them to be a strength movement. So you don't need to be doing a ton of reps, okay? You just need to be following your strength training protocols. So again, when we're going to start out with the hammer push-up, we're going to place our hands on, okay? We're not going to have our fingertips up here. We want to make sure we have a nice firm grip, okay? We're going to place our feet back just like we did for the daggers, okay? Again, we're going to articulate our body forward, come down, press out. Press out. Okay? So those are going to be a couple of the movements that we can do to really, really highlight the grip factor. Okay? Let me try to think here. I got one more. This one might be pretty nasty. Okay? Now, one more that we can do is where this one, we're actually going to grab the horns right here, and this is going to focus a little bit more on the center of the chest and stability of keeping those elbows coming in tight. Okay, so right here, and you're going to lower your sternum to the belly and then press out. Okay, so that's going to be another version that you can do. Last version, this one will really, really target some balance. You're going to just keep the bells like so or like so. And the whole goal of this one would be to not let the kettlebells roll forward. Now, the easy way to do it is to have the flat side down. The more challenging way to do it is going to be to have the round side down. Okay? So if you have the round side down, woo, now we're walking on eggshells. Okay? And you can just do this. You can just create some instability right here, okay? In this tall plank position. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys know something. Just messing around on this live video, I just kind of discovered a new exercise. So, cool thing. Thanks, Kettlebell Kings, for having me on today so I can figure out some cool shit with the kettlebells. So, right here, so we got them on the round side. You're right here, okay? You can create that instability. And then if you want to go with a little bit challenging, okay, start out on the knees. Make sure you can handle that. Then go up. And then just kind of wiggle it around, you know, and then maybe hit a push-up right in there, okay? Okay, so we got those. Now, as far as like our classic movements for you know, like the bottoms up, that's classic, okay? So, but we could do something to where we could take the dagger and hammer position and we could apply it to some simple movement patterns, right? So let's just say we're right here and maybe I'm limited. So let's grab this and do some dagger rows, right? So right there. And then maybe we could superset into some hammer rows, okay? Or we take things up a notch and we clean the kettlebell right? Like so, right? And we perform some dagger, okay? And hammer, whoop. Oh man. Whoa. Whoa. Presses, okay? So just a couple cool ways that you can just change how the kettlebell is in your hand, and then apply some different movements to your training protocols. Okay, so those are going to be some ways where you can increase your grip strength with minimal equipment. And as far as how to do it, if you need help with that, let me know. But what we'll do now is we'll see what everybody's doing. And we'll just have a little shout. That's great. Okay. Thanks. Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of a grip assist right here from me. My name is Coach Maverick. If you don't know me, I do heavy kettlebell training. All right, that's that's what I do. So if you need help with that, let me know. Good stuff, Coach. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, I've been slinging heavy kettlebell since 2015. So that's what we do. Check you guys soon, and keep me posted if you need anything else. All right. Cheers, you guys. Boom.